on behalf of Mr. Jitenda, thank you so much for your support towards the Nigeria Energy Show. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to hear from another key sponsor. He is the chairman and CEO of Genesis Energy Group. I'm talking about Mr. Akibole. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, Minister, Your Excellencies, Excellency, Mr. Dr. Diagnostic, represented by the Health Commissioner of Energy, distinguished members of the National Assembly here, champions of industry, before, great host, informer, and our guests. It's a great honor. It is a privilege to be on to talk about a very important topic. For Genesis, we have a topic to share today on how green energy can drive social economic. We understand from the conversation already shared by Dr. Owen and Dr. for the inclusiveness is the approach. What's on your morning? First, this is my first time ever I am reading out of a person's speech, so I'm in some stutter and stammer. Secondly, I'm not wearing trainers for fashion. So I have an angel fasciatus, which means that I earned that for walking too much in and around London. The matter of energy for Nigeria, I believe that Nigeria continues to lead the market. The Nigeria energy sector was privatized in 2014. The PPSR Act was enacted in 2006. This is way before any other country had done it. Luckily for Nigeria, most of our grid is fed by clean energy, hydro, gas. I don't see any thermal on the grid. And to that extent, we have a lot to celebrate in other countries. It's not just ultimate and bloom. And I think that if you look at all of the compelling investment initiatives that have been put in place by the federal government of Nigeria, and I don't mind, I'll just name a few. The Electricity Act 2023, implementation of the market reflected tariff, and several compelling credit initiatives put in place by the Central Bank, the Federal Ministry of Finance, etc. Continue to tell us, Genesis, that the time has come for the Nigerian electricity supply industry to wake up. I'm very proud to have the Honorable Minister of Power in the room. It is a privilege to have such a man with abundant and personal welfare to join us at this forum. I believe that the leadership of the country has shown enough thought across the private sector to not take leadership. At Genesis, we accept this challenge with gratitude and buoyancy. At the heart of the work we do at Genesis is people. Without people, we can do much. My previous speakers spoke about private-public partnership. I think it's important that we don't pay lip service to this. Energy is truly human right. It's not politics, and it is not personal glory. Some people that in the infrastructure business, it's not going to get rich quick. You want to get rich quick, you want to find another business. So the profitability and socio-economic impact we always need to add, because power project needs to be sustainable. It's not strategic power that cannot recover costs, that cannot ensure that salaries are paid, debt, service, equity is retained, then that's what it's not sustainable. So as we invest in production, transmission, distribution, generation, community, let's think about balancing this profitability process of economic impact. I again totally agree with Dr. If you look at the average media in the room, the future better. So when I look at the register for the rural electrical agents, you look at the CEO, the managers of the media, all the men and women, they're very energized. Genesis alone, transport alone, no enterprise can power the process. So this is not about dominance of the business. It is important that we take this service very seriously. So clean energy is very competitive, and therefore we need gas for good. We cannot create a base based out of solar and that way from work. But yes, we can end to again, we should be grateful to our government, all successive governments in Nigeria, as far as it is so when I moved to 2004 to work with the colonies and I could take the electric process as an act. We see that they are serious. Today, again, I put it back to us in the purpose of where are you in all of that. Easy to always make up. Across the value chain, we believe also in partnerships. We believe partnerships are responsible. And so, to that extent, make sure we find partners we can live with, we can work with, and that believe in your dream. Don't just follow them. If you develop projects that are well structured, well put together, we will find out. You don't need to have contact in the corporate. You need to have the determination to do great things and to do it properly and in a thorough way. So, the genesis is what I would know of going in three things. We have three platform companies. We have Energy First, with which we deploy our renewable energy solutions. Solar, wind, hydro. We have constant power, with which we energize base load power, communities, industries, and countries. And then we have German, which is the mini grid. Today, German operates the largest mini grid in West Africa. We've done that for 10 years. We have 99% availability. We have 0 accidents, and we have almost 100% commercial report. Now, that's an example of how all this will do. This is what it's Genesis. I'm sharing it not as a bragging point, but as a point for us to know that it is possible to serve electricity to communities round the clock, competitively, reliably, and definitely with good service. Because at the end of the day, it's human dignity. If the man or woman doesn't have dignity, what do they have? So, I encourage us to look at this value chain of the energy sector. This is a platform that the government has put in place for us to connect, network, interact, find ways to partner. Partnership, structure, discipline, focus. This is a watchword in Genesis. It has brought us so far. We have over 150 megawatt in operation, the largest off-grid operation in the country. We're in about 11 countries today. We have a great team. We're committed to what they do. We're proud of the opportunities we've given in various countries of our interest. And once again, I want to say that together we cry, apart we need to march. Thank you, Reformer. Honorable Minister, thank you for the chance to talk. I look forward to continuing the conversation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mobori Woodstead. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're honored to have in our midst the keynote speaker who I'll be inviting up shortly. We're talking about the DG Energy Commission of Nigeria. Please let's give him a warm round of applause as he comes up for his keynote address. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. DG Energy Commission of Nigeria, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, is presented here today. Your Excellency, my boss, the Honorable Minister of Power, other distinguished guests present here today, permit me to stand on the protocol already established here. It seems to be a little bit difficult because I've had so many great keynotes already, in particular Dr. Owen. Yes, I agree with you that energy is a human right, it's a necessity. So, which is why I'm here. I mean, to speak of the government, what are we doing, what's the roadmap for the future. So I'm going to be speaking from the written notes. It is with great pleasure and honor that I address you all here today as a keynote speaker in this great summit on the topic Blueprint for the Future, Gazetting Nigerian Energy Vision. In a world where energy transformation is becoming a catalyst for economic growth, we are at a critical moment of a journey towards more inclusive and progressive future. The intersect of energy access, innovation, and youthful population presents us with a unique opportunity to chart a course towards prosperity, inclusion, and global relevance. Our dear President, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed growth agenda has a core recognition of energy as a driving force for economic growth. For achieving energy access to all, a strategic master plan for using the energy to realize the economic growth must be accomplished to create enabling deployment of our energy resources, known as non-renewable energy resources and renewable energy resources. The non-renewable energy resources available in the country includes 37.2 billion barrels of crude oil, 2.73 billion tons of coal and lignite, 203 trillion cubic feet of natural gas, and 31 billion barrels of oil equivalent of gas. This is as reported by NUPRC in 2019. And the renewable energy resources include 24,000 megawatts of large hydropower. This is potential, it's not what we can rate, but this is our potential. 3,500 megawatts of small hydropower, 3.5 to 7,000 kilowatts per meter square per day of solar radiation, 2 to 4 meters per second at 10 meter height of wind. In addition, biomass constitutes 11 million hectares of forest and woodland, 30 million tons per year of municipal waste, 245 million assorted animals in 2001 of animal waste, 72 million hectares of agricultural land of energy crops and agri residue, while the nuclear is yet to be quantified. These are reported by my own commission, Energy Commission of Nigeria, in 2022. Harnessing the potential is not possible without the plans, which is now addressed by the National Energy Policy and the National Energy Master Plan called NEP and NEP. Therefore, the importance of this paper addressing the blueprint for the future and addressing Nigeria's energy vision is hereby very important. Conceptual clarification. Blueprints for the future in addressing Nigerian energy vision have been occasioned by certain phenomena that resulted from the massive harnessing of the resources, which showcases how what and why the resources must be utilized for achieving economic growth through deploying energy resources. It becomes imperative to highlight certain concepts that have been thrown up for the purpose of drawing attention to the main subject of this paper, which is the blueprint for the future and gazetting Nigerian energy. A blueprint is design plan according to Oxford context. As such, blueprint is translated to Nigerian energy policy network and the National Energy Master Plan network, with the intention to guide the utilization of energy resources. For that reason, in 1990, the ECM initiated the development of NEP. Stakeholders were brought together in Lagos under the chairmanship of the NPD Energy Commission to draft the first ever national energy policy. This draft went through reviews and the policy document was finally approved by the federal government of Nigeria and was launched by the then president on the 20th June 2005. Thus, the first national energy policy was adopted. In 2013, 2018, and 2021, the NEP was subjected to further review by stakeholders under the arrogance of the Energy Commission of Nigeria. The Federal Executive Council approved the reviewed NEP on the 27th April 2022, and the approved version was therefore gazetted in 2023. Objectives of this NEP. The policy objectives and the implementation strategies have been carefully defined with the fundamental guiding premises that energy is crucial to the national development goals and that government has a prime role in creating the enabling environment for meeting the energy challenges facing the nation. Furthermore, the dependence on oil can be reduced through the diversification of the nation's energy resources. Aggressive research, development and demonstrations, R&D, human resources development, etc. Consequently, the overall energy policy objectives may be summarized as follows. To ensure the development of the nation's energy resources with diversified energy resources options, for the achievement of the national energy security and an efficient energy delivery system with an optimal energy resource mix. To further guarantee increased contribution of energy activities to national income. To guarantee adequate, reliable and sustainable supply of energy at appropriate cost in an environmental friendly manner. To guarantee an efficient and cost-effective and consumption pattern of energy resources. To promote indigenous participation in energy sector industry for stability and self-reliance. To foster international cooperation in energy trade and project development in both the African region and the world at large. To successfully use the nation's abundant energy resources to promote international cooperation and to promote research and development in and adoption of sustainable low-carbon and clean energy technologies to mitigate environmental pollution and climate change. Further to the above, gazetting the Nigerian energy vision simply implies the legalizing the policy and master plan for economic growth. The Commission has given these documents an official recognition with an official stance of government on energy-related issues and provided clarity in policy direction. It has also given a legal authority where the documents now carry a legal weight, enabling enforcement and implementation of policies outlined in it. Government endorsement enhances the credibility and trustworthiness of the document, reassuring stakeholders and investors. It also enhances international cooperation and alignment with global energy agenda, enabling diplomatic relations and opportunities for collaboration. As a government document, it can be used for public awareness to educate the public about energy challenges, and for making it public, the government is held accountable for its energy policy, allowing scrutiny and evaluation by citizens, experts, and other stakeholders. Let me conclude, therefore, that the National Energy Policy and the National Energy Master Plan that can be deployed as the blueprints for energy vision of the future. Thank you very much for listening. I'm sure you will thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mustafa Abdullahi, DG Energy Commission of Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for our next session, we'll now be hearing from the Commissioner of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. He'll be presenting on Nigeria's electricity tariff reform, a winning move to sustainable energy supply. Please join me as I bring to the stage Dr. Musliu Hussein. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Honorable Minister, the representative of the Governor of Lagos State, all the dignitaries, please permit me to stand with the existing protocol. Being given the responsibility to speak on a controversial matter, which is tariffs, because nobody wants to hear about tariffs. But I believe I'm fully covered. The Honorable Minister is here. So, who oversees the policy as far as the power sector in Nigeria is concerned? I have some few slides which I communicated to our leader, which is just for people to follow, so that people can follow the trend of the conversation. We all believe, and I think it's been established here by the various speakers, that electricity is key to economic development. And in fact, no country has ever developed in the world without having adequate access to electricity. Not only access, but reliable electricity supply. Because electricity is a oxygen for industrialization. And the issue around tariff is a very controversial issue, and we all know this. So I will just be guided by my few slides so that we can try as much as possible to talk within maybe, I think I've been given about 15 to 20 minutes, if the agenda I have still subsists. So basically, I have a moment I prefer to speak to. First one just tells us about the importance of electricity to economic development and prosperity. And it's from the Energy Information Administration actually indicates a correlation between the electricity access as well as the economic growth. And not only the access, but when you look at the correlation between the energy consumption and the level of economic growth and prosperity, you can clearly see the correlation even more than the access. That tells us that it's not only about the access, because you can have access, or if the power supply itself is not reliable, it's still a problem. Probably it's one of the reasons the developing countries like Nigeria are also facing the current economic reality we are grappling with. And also that also tells us something, that while meaning green, access to meaning green and so on is important, we may not actually be able to power our economic prosperity depending solely on meaning green. And I think that's one important thing that we need to look at. I believe in the room we have many investors, and we have many donors, World Bank representatives, and so on. And I think that probably serve as part of what to be considered whenever they're planning the support of developing countries. Mini grid is good, but we also need large-scale energy supply. What we said that is really important for having sustainable, reliable, and sustainable electricity. Because when you look at the electricity industry itself, it's highly capital intensive. And not only that it's highly capital intensive, it requires patient capital. And in getting patient capital, the investors will need to be confident that the recovery of investment is guaranteed. In the field in the slide, maybe it may be shared later, I have a few examples of the cost of the various activities required in the electricity value chain. When you look at the cost of building just an 11 kV double circuit line, for instance, per 1 kilometer, you'll be talking about over $20,000. Now we don't want $20,000 just per 1 kilometer. When you are talking about a transmission substation, you are talking about between 12 to maybe $15 million and so on. So you can look at it from that perspective. Any investor bringing their money, definitely we have to be assured of recovery. And how can the recovery happen? Is it like you find the revenue from the market? And also because of the situation in developing countries like Nigeria, you can say you can through subsidy financed by the government. But how sustainable? How many investors in the room will be willing to put a lot of money, millions of dollars, just to rely on subsidy from the government? Especially in a situation whereby where the government itself is also struggling or grappling with revenue recovery. And also at the same time, the government has so many other competing areas to finance. So that gives us, that tells us something, that for us to have a sustainable electricity market, commerciality of the industry is key. That is, revenue recovery is key to the sustainability of the industry. And I have a graph that also talks about based on the World Bank report. There appears to be a correlation between cost recovery and participation of the private sector. Because the investors, they are not other Christians. They are definitely in business to make money. And they can only go and borrow money from the bank. So invest in a sector or an industry where the corporate is guaranteed. So in that case, that vision strong and it's concrete that having people is definitely key to having a sustainable electricity industry. We set on the journey, I think I will probably go on memory lane. We set on the journey from 2020. When privatization took place, the whole idea was the privatization was premised on transition to cost recovery power sector. And unfortunately, we could not achieve that due to so many reasons. And that was